Hello guys, how y'all doing today? Take the carburetor apart, clean it out. Check the flow from the gas tank because it kept running out of gas temporarily, for a few seconds, and it would fill back up and run. So either the float's not working or it's not getting good flow out of the fuel tank. Alright, so I've got the carburetor out of there. And I had to unplug the pigtail for the electrical little plunger thing here. And I loosened these two screws that hold the plunger just enough so that I had a little wiggle room so that I could pull the throttle slide out. And that way I didn't have to fumble with the, let's see, where is it there? Right there. That way I didn't have to fumble with the cable or any of its adjustments. I can clean that right there and then put it back together. Alright, that's good for that. Alright, so I'm just going to crack it open and clean out all the ports and we'll have a look inside. The first thing I'm going to do is loosen this screw right here, the drain, and just to see if it's actually functioning. Unless I've spilled all the little gas that was in there out. Gas should come out of there. Must have had kids, and they had that thing so tight I had to use pliers on it to break it loose. And when I unscrewed it, nothing came out, so I'm thinking it's empty. So I'm going to loosen these 4 screws, take the bowl off, and we'll take a look from there. Okay, I've got the bowl off. I took the little screw off. I'm going to blow that out, blow that passage out, make sure all these are clear. There's a little passage right there. I'm sure it comes up to here. Anyway, I'm going to make sure all that's clear. You got to be careful not to lose this rubber washer or gasket. So it's a little dirty in there. Now I'm going to see if you can see this. See that? When you do that, you know that port's clear. That's why this canned carburetor cleaner is great. You can blow your ports out with it and then you just follow it with compressed air to make sure you got all the residue from that out of there. Okay. Anyway, I'm just going to blow the ports out and stuff, and this float the rim of this flat part should be parallel with the rim of the metal here, and it looks like it's a little off to me. The light might be shining on that too bright. See how it's at an angle like that? It actually should be parallel. Something like that. So anyway, I'm going to make some adjustments to that and get that parallel. Yeah, I'm not liking the way that float is sitting at all. But the way it is sitting, I'm thinking it shouldn't be starving for gas, it should be flooding. So it looks like somebody may have already tried to fix whatever the little problem is by moving that. Okay, so got the float all cleared out and readjusted, and now I think if you look at it, this line right here looks more level with the base. I readjusted that a little, and a trick I use to make sure that seat is actually working is I'll put a piece of hose on here where the gas goes in, and I'll just blow in it. Which seems to be working. I think you could hear that. So that's pretty much everything. Now I'm just going to take out the air mixture screw and then the pilot screw, and of course I'm going to screw them in and count the turns so I know where they're at so I can put them back, but I'm just going to clean them out too. Let's do that. 1/2, 1, 1/2, 1.5. That's right where it should be. Give that a little blow, and give that a little blow. I'll do the same thing with the pilot. Okay. I got a tiny screwdriver, got that rascal out of there. And it is tiny, but it's clear as a bell. I'm gonna blow it out anyway. Careful not to lose this one. Oh yeah, it's better. I can actually see through it long ways now. I couldn't a moment ago. Oh, I hate that. Safety glasses. Stuff splashed right back in my eyes. Alright, so I'll be putting that back together, which is basically just a matter of dropping that down in there. See if I can get this where you can see. See what you can see. Alright, anyway, I think you can see that. Just drop it down in there and then tighten it. Not over tighten, just snug. Okay. And then got to find a little something to push this pin out. Okay, so I'm done with all that. I took carburetor cleaner, blew out any little hole anywhere that I saw, chased it with compressed air, and just trying to get all external gunk off of it just so I feel like it's going to look clean when it's back on the machine. Because every motor likes a clean carburetor. Alright, anyway, I'm going to put it back together and reinstall it. Then we're going to check the flow coming out of the gas tank. Make sure that petcock's not gummed up. Because for the symptoms I was having, acting like it's running out of gas, I just don't get it. So maybe it's just not flowing good out of the tank. Alright. Alright. Got the carburetor back in place. All cleaned out, refreshed. I know there's no obstructions in there whatsoever. The float looks like it's adjusted. Should be good. So, I went to check to see how much gas is coming out of the actual tank. And though there's not enough in it to check the regular, there is enough to check the reserve. And I was getting nothing. So I'm thinking I may have to take the tank off of there and clean that petcock out. So, that's what I'm going to do. And it's a real simple process. You got that little screw right there. And there's just a clip back here in the back. Right there. And then unbolt the petcock from the other side and the whole thing will come out of there. Because I haven't attached the fuel line to the carburetor yet. So I'm going to take that off and take all the lines off. I got new lines for it anyway, so I'm going to replace them while I got it out. Alright, got the fuel tank out. And it's sitting over here. And there's the petcock. And I'm just going to disassemble it, take the lines off of it, and see if it's blowing and flowing like it should. Alright, there's the petcock. I'm going to treat it just like I did the carburetor. I'm going to blow out the outsides of it and then the insides of it. And just give it a general cleaner. Alright, check this out. That's on reserve, or that's on main tank. This is reserve. So, I think you can see what it's doing there. It's actually flowing now. When I first took it off of there, it wasn't. So it did have a restriction in it. I'm going to blow that out with air now and then put it all back together with the new fuel lines, and we should be in business. Remember, this is off, reserve, main. Just a little tip for you guys. When I'm messing with fuel lines and hose clamps, I like to use a 1/4 inch bit. 1/4 inch drive bit. It's either a 1/4 inch or 5/16. They'll fit these hose clamps. And that way you don't have to be frustrated by your screwdriver slipping out of the hole. And you know, keep missing the mark. So anyway, that's just how I like to do it. Just want to share that with you. Alright, there it is. New fuel line, petcock clean. Should be good to rock. Put it back on the machine, hook it up, fill it, see what happens. Alright, see what happens. I'm going to take her for a spin, see if I can get it to run out of gas or not. Yeah, I'm getting gas all over me. That cap is not sealing. Alright. See if we'll start back up. Very nice. Very, very nice. Shucky darn, I think you'll be pleased. Anyway, guys, it's been a good day. We got a lot done. I think the owner of that machine is going to be very happy. I'm very happy. I rode it. His kids are little, man. I don't know. That might be a bit much. Okay, I just put that battery in it. And got a fuse in line and everything. Key on. Seems to work quite nicely. I think you'll be pleased.